After this, my guy Lil Rel is in the building. What up, homie?
What up, Reec? Thanks for having me, bro.
Man, of course. This is no pressure at all, but my highest view YouTube interview has been Corey Holcomb so far. He's from Chicago. He's a comedian. So no pressure at all.
That's a lot of pressure. I don't know what Corey is. Hey, dog. Hey, let me say this, dog. You say what?
Hey, I asked Corey what would he go back and tell a young comedian coming up. He said, move to Hollywood and go get a boyfriend. I said, bro, get out of my studio, man.
That sound like Corey.
Yeah, definitely do, man. Rel, you got a lot of good things going, man, and you got this movie, the Birdbox. We're gonna talk about that first. And I was watching the trailer, and I was like, wow,
it's crazy, ain't it?
It really is.
And you still don't really know what's going on. You just saw the trailer. So.
Yeah, I just saw the trailer. I saw a lot of craziness going on. I saw Sandra Bullock in there.
She's great, yeah.
Yeah, how did it feel like when you see the castmates you lined up with, man?
That was surreal, man, to be quite honest with you. Like, when they, you know, I had my meeting with the director, which was a FaceTime meeting, and Susanna, you know, she's an Oscar winner.
See you big time now. You
I mean, not like that, but I'm just saying, it's just like, but just have meetings like that now. I was in Atlanta, so she was in LA.
I got you.
And we had to meet about, you know, talk about the script or whatever. So that's the only way. So it was weird. We both like was in like we was on a couch sitting there, just talking. I was talking with the director about the movie for a few hours. And but when she was like John Malkovich and Trevante Rhodes and Machine Gun Kelly and Rosa Salazar, Jackie Weaver, Danielle McDonald, like it's mind blowing how, and everybody was good. BD Wong, like everybody was good.
Really,
and they made me step my game up as an actor after I did that movie. Yeah.
So you felt like you had to stretch a little bit?
I mean, not even stretch. I just felt like I had to bring it, and I had to take the world of what that movie was really seriously because everybody else did.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it was so funny. Like before we would do scenes, you seen everybody prepare to get into this next intense scene we about to do, and watch everybody have their own zone of it. Like I have my own thing I do. It. Just watching it was like surreal.
Wow.
Yeah, this is one of the dopest environments I've ever been in as far as shooting a movie.
That's what's up. Them competitive juices kicked in. I know you're a hoop fan. You used to ball.
Yeah. I mean, it's competitive, but it's more or less taking the world serious. And I think that's, you know, as an actor and any young actors or actresses out there, you know, advice I would give is just to make sure whatever the environment is of that world, right, that you read in that script, take that serious because it'll translate on screen better that way.
Yeah, I heard that, man. A lot of people out here in the A trying to be actors and actresses, man. You're hearing it from the man that's really killing it right now on the scene. Man, they kind of reminded me of Get Out a little bit. When I just say that, it seemed like it could be something that's bigger than what you're actually looking at on screen.
I think, and that's a great, I like that. That's a good comparison because I think once you watch the film and you see what causes them to go crazy or kill themselves or whatever, it all has something to do with you.
Wow.
And I think it's another message in there as far as like learning to deal with stuff you just bury away.
Right.
Because one day that might be the reason you die, the stuff you bury.
Man, you see it a lot, especially with all the mental health things that are going on with people. I mean, even Kanye has been basically the biggest conduit of it. We posting stuff every week. Somebody needs to take the man's phone.
It's hard with, it's so interesting. He had tweeted one thing that said, you got to keep the squares out your circle. And I'm like, bro,
you got a lot of them.
Are you talking to yourself? Which I think he is talking to himself. I think it's it's watching a guy use Twitter as a journal, which I think is insane. Somebody just need to get him a pen and a piece of paper. Yeah. And look, give him a string or a lock on it. Like, look, say whatever you want, put a key in it, and put it under your bed.
Thanks, man. Lil Rel is in the building, man. We talked about Birdbox. I also wanted to touch base on your show, man. Rel,
oh, thanks, man.
A lot of good things with that. I see some of the people that came up out here, like DC.
You know what I mean? Fly, man. So good. Like I would have wanted him in more stuff, but he has to deal with Viacom. Right. So it was tough to really get him in as a regular. But man, just hilarious. Yeah. Sinbad,
she's killing it too.
Jones. We had a lot of good guests this season too.
Yeah,
I've had like a lot of.
Vic Mensa, right?
Vic killed.
Yeah, he killed that.
That's my man's too. Like it was so funny too because the particular episode is one of his favorite bits I do. And my special relevant about the Vice Lords taking over my laundry room. I remember when I first met Vic, he like, man, that Vice Lord, and knew it verbatim. And it was when we started writing the episode, like, all right, Vic you gotta get Vic.
Right.
Yeah. So it's always the way. The funny thing is, I guess I don't tell everybody this, but like I have my hand on everything about the show.
Wow.
Even from casting, like I've
You
literally
can tell
casted
it's
all my guest
authentic
stars.
though. It's authentic though,
Yeah.
and I think people like. I got a couple homeboys from Chicago, from the West Side
Yeah.
actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they hit me. I'm talking to them. I'm like, what y'all think about the show? Because when they like, bro, it's real. It's like with Donnell
Crucial Conflict is the theme song. It's
Yeah.
a song called The Circle that I like. I don't even know if anybody else would like a song like that. That I said, if I ever get a show, that's gonna be the theme song of my show.
So when you think of Crucial Conflict, you think about the backseat of the caddy and all that.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
that
mean?
was one of their songs called The Circle. That's
Yeah.
how we do it, because we off of the West Side. It was a
Yeah.
spot called The Circle in the summertime we used to all hang out at. So that's why I love the song so
Right.
much. So I was like, I swear, I think it may have been like 2010, or I was like, if I ever get a show, this is going to be my theme song.
That's what's up, man. Rel, we talking about Rel right now, man. Where did you find Sinbad at, bro?
You know what's funny? So when I was auditioning dads for the show, I saw every black TV dad you could think of.
Yeah.
Because I watch every audition tape.
Right.
And for one thing, it was one of the funniest things in the world for me to watch, like Clifton Davis from A-Man, and like
Right.
my man that played Carl Winslow family. Like, to
Yeah.
see, I'm talking about every TV
black
dad you
dad.
could think of
They
audition
came
for the
out
show, and it still didn't feel. I didn't find somebody that can match my funny, even bring more to
Yeah.
it. And one of the other producers and creators of the show, my boys Josh and Kevin, they Googled legendary black comedians, and the first person that came up was Sinbad.
Right.
We was like, Sinbad. Why did we think of Sinbad?
It's so crazy because I forget that y'all don't look alike when y'all start interacting.
Well, you know, so Sinbad, this is real talk. My ex-wife was on the set a few weeks ago, and she was like, Sinbad is just like your dad. And like my dad is a lighter guy too, actually.
Yeah.
And my mom was really chocolate, so you know whatever.
Okay,
but the cadences, the Sinbad remind me of my dad and my uncles. The way he talked, because I used to, when we used to watch Sinbad at the crib, he would make everybody. He was them.
Yeah, he really was.
He's that epitome of those guys that grew up in the '70s. You say everything like, man, it's cool, man. You know what I mean? It's what it is, man. You got it, brother. And Sinbad been like a mentor, man. Like it's a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you. He became my second dad for real.
That's what's up.
He really, and he helped me through the process.
Everything in the
Dude,
industry,
he's had
man.
TV shows,
TV
talk
shows,
shows,
movies.
biggest comedy guy, hosted Apollo,
Right.
like the Funk Fest. That's his.
Right.
He started that. You know, so it's just Sinbad is a legend. And when I tell you the advice and the stories, man, are insanely valuable. I'm like beyond blessed to have him be a part of my career.
That's what's up, man. Do you feel like you got to be that person next, like him, to carry that torch?
Yeah, I mean,
got a hell of a platform right
But
now.
that's why I made sure, even with the guest stars on the show, even with the casting of the show, to make sure I give a lot of young comics and young actors and actresses opportunity, especially black actresses. It's been fascinating that every episode I've done, and I know all these great black actresses, and they haven't been on a bunch of stuff, and I put them on my show, and like, Fox, oh my God, we didn't y'all didn't know about her.
Know about it, yeah.
She been on.
But really, they didn't know about you. But you've been out here.
Well, you know, but the thing about it, they don't know about you until you get to where you need to be.
Right.
They're not supposed to, right? You
Makes
know,
sense.
Hollywood is Hollywood. It's not easy to break into that. So, like, you know, if it wasn't for the In Living Color reboot, you wouldn't know who I am.
Yeah.
George Peele wouldn't know who I was. So
Right.
shouts out to Ken Ivory Wayans
And he said
for
you killed
handpicking
it.
me.
When I interviewed Jordan, he said you killed it, and that was right before Get Out came out.
Jordan
and I was
is-
just waiting for that.
Well, you know this thing about it. I remember reading it and was like, if I don't book this, I'm a terrible actor because this sounds just like me.
Every guy in the movie. But
It sounded just, but I mean, the way he wrote it was, it wasn't until it came out and he admitted to saying, like, when I was writing, I was thinking of Rel the whole time.
That's what's
Because
up.
I'm just talking about the words. I remember reading this, like, am I crazy?
Did I write this?
If this is me, if I don't book this, I was telling my homies that was going at the same role, like, yeah, I know y'all not booking this, right?
Right. This is me
This
right
is
here.
mine. It sounds just like me.
That's what's up, man. Rel, good luck on everything. I know you got to go. You on that run. But, man, you are killing it right now, bro.
Man, I'm so blessed, and I'm excited about 2019, and there's so many more. I got the
What's
cartoon-
coming up, bro?
I got Brittany runs a marathon, which is going to Sundance. I got
Okay.
Bad Trippers, which I'm finishing up now. I'm on Angry Birds 2 that comes out.
What birds you playing? Can you talk about it?
I ain't gonna tell you.
Alright,
want you
we gotta go see
and
the movie.
it's really funny too. And
I can see,
it's
no
really
shade.
funny.
I can see your voice in that movie.
It's gonna be.
you know?
It's really funny. It's a really funny bird. He's actually a jerk, but it's really funny. He just roasts his thing. But you'll see.
That's what's up.
But I'm
That's
excited.
what's
It's
up.
gonna be 2019. It's gonna be an insanely good year. I'll shoot my next special in March
Okay.
for HBO, and you know, I'm not playing this year. I'm really very focused. And I mean, not to be corny or nothing like that, but I really hope. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I hope I'm inspiring whatever young guy that was like me. You know what I'm saying? I saw Eddie
Bro,
and all those. I hope I am. I really do.
Nah, you are. I'm telling you, like, I'm not BSing. I called my guys, because I hooped in college with some guys in Chicago, and I called a few on this back home. You know what I'm saying? They dealing with different stuff, the gang stuff, a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what y'all think about this show? They like, bro, it's crazy because it's really how we are. You know what I'm saying? But it just shows, and they got some sense. So they're like, it kind of shows like we can get up out of this. You know what I'm saying?
You can
so
get up out of it.
Are, bro.
And that's why, look, make sure y'all watch Birdbox, December 21st, Netflix. Watch it.
Right. Rel getting that Netflix money. When the next stand up? Before we get out of here.
That's what I'm saying. At HBO. I'm shooting it in March. My next special is going to be special. Like, Relevant is really good. I always try to get people. And I'm going to just call this Relevant 2. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want you to go see Relevant 1.
Right.
Because that was really good. But this is going to be, I did the set in Chicago a couple of days ago, and I feel real good about it, man. I'm talking about everything.
That's what's up. You got to. You got to. I'm going to miss the skit where you talk about your uncles, talk about the basketball players that Denver really made it. I'm going to
Johnny Two-Tall Jackson?
Yeah, Two-Tall John. Hit him with a rock. Yeah. Crazy.
Johnny Two-Tall Jackson.
Lil Rel, man, I appreciate you coming by,
man.
man. We looking forward to Birdbox and everything in 2019. If you ever need a bald head, light skinned dude in a movie, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up.
Hey, man, I got you, Reece.
It's Hot 107. We go.